Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reaffirmed the strength of India-US relations and expressed confidence in the ongoing trade negotiations between the two nations. Prime Minister Modi said that both the nations will work together to secure a brighter, more prosperous future for both our people. Responding to a post by President of the US on X, Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote him, "India and the US are close friends and natural partners. I'm confident that our trade negotiations will pave the way for unlocking the limitless potential of our India-US partnership. Our teams are working to conclude these discussions at the earliest. I'm also looking forward to speaking with President Trump. We will work together to secure a brighter, more prosperous future for both our people." Just hours after Prime Minister Modi posted on X, US President Trump reposted the comments made by Prime Minister Modi on Truth Social. Earlier on social media platform Truth Social, Trump had said that India and the US will continue negotiations to address the trade barriers. In a social media post, he had said, and I quote him, "I am pleased to announce that India and the United States of America are continuing negotiations to address the trade barriers between our two nations. I look forward to speaking with my very good friend Prime Minister Modi in the upcoming weeks. I feel certain that there will be no difficulty in coming to a successful conclusion for both of our great countries." Earlier, DD India's Saurabh Shukla sent us a report from Washington, D.C. on the significance of the India-US trade talks resumption.
I think this is a very big development, if you ask me. And if you see Prime Minister Narendra Modi's post on X and earlier President Trump's post on Truth Social announcing the resumption of these trade talks and also the personal chemistry between the two leaders. If you ask me, the most consequential part, and I was there in White House today as well till late, and I can tell you that President Trump accords the highest respect for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And this whole thaw, if you ask me, it's a thaw of sorts, has come around only because of the personal chemistry between the two leaders. And that's the reason why this is a clear signal, if you ask me, not only to resume these trade talks, but also to make sure that both the countries expedite their partnership across sectors. This is not about trade alone. This is about India and the US working together for a safer, prosperous, and a world where both the countries' strategic interest is preserved. So I think this is a very, very important development, and we should not only hail it, but also build from it. I do expect that Prime Minister Modi and President Trump will talk, and at some stage, there will be a meeting between the two as well. But I would say that the trade deal and these talks and tariffs is just a small part of it. Obviously, India made sure that its own national interest was not compromised, and there was a clear message coming from Prime Minister Modi, and President Trump also understood that concern that India had, and that's the reason why you see this kind of a thaw coming out, which is will be a major step forward, not only for both the countries, but also a lot of other countries who were watching this very closely.
Also, Prime Minister Modi has called President Trump a close friend. How is that personal rapport being perceived in the US political circles? Saurabh Shukla gets us more on this.
I think, the mood here in Washington is very clear. And there is a sense that of relief, you asked me, because there are a lot of people, even in the US administration, who wanted this deal with India because they realized the importance of India in global affairs. They also realized that India is an important partner of the United States. And obviously, they didn't want the trade dispute to cloud the entire bilateral partnership. And I would say that India-US relationship is much more multifaceted, whether it's in defense, strategic arena, on technology, on artificial intelligence. There are a lot more that both the countries can do together, even on critical minerals. So I think that message has gone on. And in the Trump White House, let me tell all of your viewers that President Trump defines the policy. The fact that he has a respect for the Prime Minister, the fact that he has great chemistry, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that really played a big impact, and that will continue to have an impact on this overarching relationship that we have between the two countries. I think it's in both the countries' interest to make sure that there are enough and more opportunities for these leaders to meet and to continue to engage with each other to make sure that any small differences that the two countries have can be ironed out with the leader to leader diplomacy, which really carries a lot of weight in the Trump White House.